which is the first speech in the Competent Communicator Manual. Sometimes it's somebody's first speech ever, other times it's just their first exposure to Toastmasters. And Sam Latrico is going to be talking about the elephant in the room. And why is she an expert on elephants in the room? Well, she, in her job, has given as long as 1 hour messages at work and has to practice many times to keep it relevant. Her greatest challenge is to tell us about the elephant in the room in just 6 to 8 minutes. Please give Sam Latrico a warm welcome, the elephant in the room.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
My objective this evening is to address the elephant in the room, the one that you evolved into so courteous and pretending not to notice, and to really share 3 invaluable life lessons that I feel very blessed and privileged to have learned at such a young age. So, let's meet the elephant. I was born 2 months premature with a condition called cerebral palsy. So I like to joke and say that that's actually why I spent a good portion of my young adult life being late to important events, because being early to my own birth didn't exactly work out in my favor. Now, I know the doctors, they have a lot of fancy terms in order to explain this condition, but I don't really think it's necessary to use fancy language. Essentially what it means is that I have poor balance and I have tight leg muscles. And essentially from the time that I was 1 year old to 14, I endured a lot of physical therapy, daily exercise. I've been a guinea pig for numerous procedures. I've had 4 additional surgeries. But there's really no need to rehash on the physical trials that I've overcome, because honestly, when I do, I just hear things like, oh wow, that must have been tough, or that's super inspiring, which is nice. However, I've been dealing with it now for 25 years. So at this point, I figured out a way to make life work. And there are times that I might find the situation a little inconvenient, but really at this point, anything that I've ever really wanted to make happen, I've made a reality. So I need all of you to understand that anything that I want to do, I can and will do, period. So the hardest part of my specific card that I've been dealt, honestly, isn't necessarily physical. It's actually the predetermined judgments that other people make about what they think that I can and cannot do. It's the fact that I have to really re-educate every single person that I meet, that I actually am strong, independent, capable, and intellectually smart. But one thing that I do know for sure is that people with the most difficult pasts oftentimes end up creating the best futures. And I will say that there are 2 opportunities or experiences of people in my life that I feel were really pivotal in me seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And the first was my passion for theater and performing was born. An opportunity to be on stage, be someone else for a while, and have people applaud when I did well. And the second most bountiful experience was probably the current company that I've been working with for the last 7 years. Now, I know one thing that makes a message a great message is audience participation. So out of curiosity, has anybody ever here, by show of hands, heard of Cutco cutlery, the really sharp knives? Okay, I know Anita owns some, we talked about it. Okay, I know it's kind of weird because I just joined the club, so I'm like, hi, my name's Sam and I sell knives, but they actually are really good knives. They're the top-selling brand of cutlery in the United States. And as a college student, I actually sold 260 grand worth of their product, and I developed over 400 customers of my own through in-home appointments. As a recruiter, I've now pre-screened and interviewed probably over 4,000 applicants, maybe more. At the age of 21 and 22, when I was still in college, I had a chance to actually own and operate my own business. They have an internship program where students can actually own and operate their own business. So I had my own receptionist team and my own sales team that I trained. And I have to say that I'm really grateful for my opportunity to be successful in business at a young age, and really not by the standards for someone that has physical challenges, but really by the standards of the company period. that's definitely something that's meant more to me than I really know how to put into words. And it made me realize that having cerebral palsy, it actually has nothing to do with me. And it has everything to do with the lessons that I've been able to teach others. And redefining what's possible for myself, as well as the people around me through what I've accomplished. And I think that that really is a true privilege. So there are really 3 lessons that I feel have shaped who I am as a person that I'd now like to share with you. And the first is the power in finding, owning, and developing a passion. Because when you find a reason to wake up in the morning that makes your heart sing, it definitely gives your life meaning and value. The second lesson is to not judge others. Do not create your own preconceived notions about what you think a person can do just because their challenges may be different than yours. There's a saying that I love, that everybody, be nice to every single person that you meet, because every single person is fighting a battle, and it might be something that you know nothing about. And honestly, I hope that after learning a little bit more about me and what I've accomplished, that anytime you see someone with a quote-unquote physical challenge, that moving forward you will think differently about what they can do. That's what I truly hope. Okay? And my third and final lesson is really, I've learned that you can either be a victim of your circumstance, or you can choose to be a victor. And I've learned that I actually get to define what my challenges mean. And I've realized that cerebral palsy has nothing to do with my ability to create and maintain incredible relationships that I have in my life. It doesn't define my GPA, or how much I love to learn, or how much I watch Netflix on TV. I think it's a problem. Okay? But what it does define is my desire to achieve new levels of success beyond what other people think possible. And I know that it does define my physical and my mental toughness. I know that it defines my desire to want to reshape the perspectives of really every single person that I meet and essentially change the world. So, in closing, I hope that you found your passion in life. I hope that you choose to find good in people. And I hope that you choose to be a victor of your own life.
By the way, don't go yet. That was her icebreaker. And I don't know if Shlomo had this scheduled later on, but one of the things we've been trying to do here at Suncoast is when you give your 10th speech and you become a competent communicator, or when you first take that first step and you give your icebreaker, we give you a standing ovation, and I certainly think you deserve that.